Hi, this is Retman Alexander again with Save Our Faculty Campaign. Another day. This is another day in the life of a homeless professor, brought to you courtesy of things like the Affordable Care Act, which forced universities and colleges to cut back the amount of hours that they can let faculty work because of the amount of faculty that works for the typical college university. If they had to pay all the benefits according to the ACA, they would have gone bankrupt. So what they did is they cut back our hours, doubled up the amount of students we have in our classes. So we're still taking care of the same amount of student body. They're still getting paid the same, but we lost half of our income overnight with zero benefits, none whatsoever. And we don't get paid by the hour, we get paid by the class. So if we have classes in between semesters or don't have classes, we don't get paid. We don't get anything. And then on top of that, like for example, one university I work for, if there are students on accommodations, in other words, they've got some kind of disability, kind of like I do, because I have like one leg and I've got like no kidneys, which is why I'm on dialysis. If they have any kind of accommodation set up, they can extend due dates and they can extend the class period. So in other words, if a typical class is 9 weeks, but they need an extra 5 or 10 weeks to do the class, we as professors have to still work those classes, work with those students for free. We don't get paid any more for taking another 10 weeks or more or less to work with these students. That should be criminalized. We should not be forced to work for free. Would you work for free? No, you wouldn't. You can't survive. Hence why I live in a car, homeless. Now, the good thing, I guess, if you want to look at the bright side about being homeless and having a vehicle, is this is where I get to park during the day sometimes. This is Penn Cove on Whidbey Island. That's Coopville over there. I used to work there a long time ago. I used to live over there, and very nice. It's the oldest town in Washington State. First found by, I think it was Captain Cook, who's first found this area when he sailed through the Strait of San Diego there. So anyway, enough about the history lesson. So I drive around a lot, and the extent of my day is keeping my eye out for where there might be a good place to park that evening to stay out of the way, hidden, so people don't come knocking on your window, or the police don't come knocking on your window going, "What are you doing here? What are you doing here? What are you doing here?" You know, and you have to explain yourself over and over again. And most of the time you get ran off, go someplace else, do something else, which sucks, quite frankly. Because I didn't go to college for 12 years. I didn't get all my degrees, and I didn't decide to become a professor because I believe in legacy, to pass on that which I've learned through both life and education to those in younger generations, or those in my same generation who are just barely getting to the point where they want to seek out personal improvement in their life in order to find their own self-actualization stage of life, which is the whole gratifying of oneself through the education and experiences of life. And so here I am, having done all the things that I was supposed to do in hopes of being able to provide a good future for my family and to pass on the legacy of all the life experiences and knowledge that I've gained to other students. Well, I do that, except now I'm bankrupt, homeless, and now I have no family either, because, you can't take care of a family when you're homeless and don't make any money anymore. So, and of course, don't even get me started about student loans. You can't even pay those off. And you can't bankrupt them because the government has basically what I consider an illegal, immoral hold on that money. They're more than willing to give it out, but they're not more than willing to help you be relieved of it if it needs be. And I'm not talking about crappy degrees, throwaway degrees. I'm a psychologist. My degrees are in psychology. So that's not a throwaway degree. When I first graduated and I became a professor, I was making $80,000 a year, working part-time for 2 universities. It was good. And then the Affordable Care Act kicked in, and everything went to hell in a handbasket. And what could I do about it? Nothing. But now I can. where it's 10 years later. I've been homeless a few times now, and I'm homeless again, and things have gotten worse again. And I keep praying and hoping that this Republican Congress and president will get off their asses and get rid of this Affordable Care Act, make legal changes to the education department. That way, schools are forced to switch their populace from 80% part-time and 20% full-time, and some of them aren't even that much, to be reversed to where they have to hire a lot of these part-timers like myself into full-time so we can get off of these things. We can get better pay, get better benefits, so we can start living again, surviving again. I'm not talking about buying big houses and big fancy cars and smoking a pipe and dressing up in ascot or whatever they call them, suits and stuff like that. No, I'm talking about just being able to afford an apartment. That would be nice. Just get a freaking apartment. But I can't even afford that. Not on what I get paid as a professor, not anymore. So this has got to stop. This is why the Save Our campaign, our faculty campaign, is now going on. We are going to make this change. I don't know how we're going to do it. All I know is we've got to get it done. We need to make this become public. We need to get the word out. We need to spread the word and get people involved, whether it's through personal help or financial support. I want to thank Lisa Wade, I think it is, who started us off on our $100,000 campaign fund to campaign our trip from Washington State to Washington, D.C. So we need to get this done. Thank you for starting us off. We need to get more people involved. So don't give up on us, and we won't give up on ourselves. Remember, everybody needs faculty. Everybody. I don't care what you do in life. You needed faculty to get you there. So don't let us down now.